Hello, it's me again. Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is Too Cute for Cancer, and my name is Jody. And I have been living with stage 4 metastatic triple negative breast cancer for the last 9 years. I have been also fighting cancer for the last 20 years. Yes, this is part 2 of life before death. And if you haven't caught Life Before Death Part 1, which was on Sunday, then I'm going to leave a link up here. You're going to go to that first before you watch this one, or this one will make no sense to you. Okay, so in a nutshell, I left it with the options that I was facing and that many of us are facing with stage 4 triple negative breast cancer. And I'm going to tell you what my decision is today. Now, my decision right now is going to be dependent on 3 different factors. And things could change. But right now, and I'm pretty stubborn, and I'm pretty clear on what I feel is the right thing for me and the right thing for my family and what God is leading me to do. So out of my options, there was, I'm gonna cheat and look at my notes. Well, I was gonna look at my notes, except for I can't find them. All right. Okay, so my options were palliative care, finding another late stage trial, doing chemotherapy, and just chasing the cancers down, doing preventative care by doing chemotherapy and doing a mix of different chemotherapies, and one was doing palliative care and doing nothing. So what I thought, this is what I've been thinking about and really praying about. I go back and forth because there's this like little voice in the back of my head that says, what if you do nothing and you were wrong? Right? I mean, that's a scary thing. It's like my choice, my decision on what I do today could affect, me. And tomorrow, my cancer spreads to my brain and I'm gone. I mean, I don't know the right answer, but I do know that given the information that I've been given and the research I've done and the years of experience with the different treatments and such, which if you didn't watch part 1, you won't know what I'm talking about. So go back and watch part 1 if you didn't. So, I go back and forth, but then I go back and I think, you know what? God's got this. He has me in the palm of his hand. And even if I make a mistake, if it is not my time to go, I'm not going to go. I can make all the messes in the world, and if it's not my time to go, then God, my maker, is going to put a stop to it. So that relieved some of my ooh, do I do this? Do I do that? What if I'm wrong? Right from that frustration, I felt like that was just given to me from the Lord, and I could just feel the peace just go through my body. And I felt like I could go ahead and make the decision without feeling like it's all on me and it's going to be a mistake if I do this and not do that. God's got me. So whatever decision I make, if it's good, bad, ugly, if it is the wrong one, he can still make, bring good out of a bad decision. Okay. So let me explain a little bit. I have spent years, the better part of, I would say, 15 years, 12 years, pretty much 12 years, because we bought this house 12 years ago. And when we moved into this house, this was an old farmhouse, Victorian house, over 100 years old. We were gonna move in and renovate it and do all this work on it and stuff. And then boom, I mean, right after we moved in, my cancer returned. So that was 12 years ago. And since that time, I have spent more time in bed than out of bed. And I have missed family dinners, family outings. I have missed things that are completely precious to me, things that make my heart go pitter patter. I remember I missed my grandson Levi's 2nd birthday. I still just feel like crying every time I think of it, because I know he won't remember, and he didn't remember, but I remembered, and that was something that really, really, really hurt. And so my life before death cannot include me in bed. It just cannot, and it will not. So because of that decision, regardless what is going on in my body right now, whether there is a cancer in the tumor on my sternum, I am not going to do any treatment that is going to make me sick and keep me in bed. That is one thing I've decided, and I'm going to be no negotiation. And my husband backs me up on this. We've talked about it, we've prayed about it, and he knows how I feel and he respects it. So there's that. Now, you say, well, what are you going to do? Well, let me tell you, I always have a plan. First off, I'm going to go ahead and get the tumor biopsied, the needle biopsy, because I need to know what I'm dealing with. I don't want to just ignore it. And then after that, I am going to look into surgical options, because surgical options can happen and you can heal and then you're up and you're going. Unlike chemo for the rest of your life, that does not. That makes you sicker and sicker and tireder and tireder. And so surgery, I might consider. Now, if it's too invasive, if it's gonna make me be in pain all the time, make me not be able to lift my grandkids and stuff, and keep living, then Bentley, come here now, stop it. He thinks that I should be paying attention to him. Anyway, so there'll be a lot of questions and going back and forth. So surgery is an in, chemo is an out. Okay, now after surgery, they're gonna say, if it's cancer, then they're gonna say, well, we're gonna give you the chemo pill. Okay. Chemo pill is not that bad. I have had it before. It did not do anything for me, but it wasn't as debilitating as the other chemos that they sit and you do the IV and all that. Okay, so this is the thing. Say my biopsy comes back and yeah, the tumor is cancer, and I want to find out the pathology, find out how fast it's growing, if it's slowed down, if it's aggressive, because now see, I didn't know this in the beginning. I thought that you get one kind of cancer, you get triple negative, and it's always aggressive, it's always this, and it's always that. Well, guess what? At different times, I've been able to slow down the progression of my tumors. I have lived with them in my body peaceably, and they have not spread for years. I mean, we're talking like 5 years I lived in peace with the tumors. And so I learned, and I learned this recently, that your pathology of your tumor and your cancer includes the rate that it's growing and how aggressive it is. And it's not always the exact same each tumor. So that I learned, and that was a new thing for me. So that'll determine whether I do the chemo pill or not. If it's aggressive and, you know, all that, then I will do the chemo pill and I'll see how I feel. And then I'll do my healthy eating and I'll keep busy and I'll keep working and we'll take it one step at a time. Now, if I see that it's not doing any good, like say the cancer keeps moving around or doesn't do anything or doesn't go away, my cancer markers keep spiking, then I'll stop the chemo pill and I will just do palliative care. And so that's my plan. Now, if they say the biopsy came back, it's not a good idea to touch it and move it where it's at. You know, sometimes they tell you if you go in, it'll make it spread. And since you've had it all through your body, it's not really a good idea or an option to go in and remove it like it would be a primary tumor. This is not a primary tumor. This is a metastasized tumor. Okay, so if they come back and say, you know, sorry, Jody, you're going to have to do chemo, then again, I will only do the chemo pill. I will not do the heavy duty bang, bang, boom, 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 up. No. I will do the chemo pill and I will do steroids. Finally starting to get rid of steroid weight and whatever. I'll do what I have to do, but with the least amount of medications in my body as humanly possible. So that is the plan if they say that. Now if they come back and they say, guess what? We don't find any tumor. We don't see any cancer cells in your tumor, but we want to give you chemo just in case because we know it's there and we want to hunt it down and we want to get ahead of it because that's what they're telling me right now. Then I'm going to say, nope. Stop. No, I'm not treating cancer that you can't see. That is not in my markers. Here's the thing. My last lab, this is after they found the tumor, okay? My last labs came back with my cancer markers all down. I don't know. And guess what? They had the chemo nurse call me to schedule my first session of chemotherapy. And I'm like, hold the horses. Why? Why am I doing chemo if my cancer markers are all in check? Preventative. And they said the doctor wants to get ahead of it and whatever. Okay, so always, the oncology, the way it is with traditional medicine is the triple crown. You guys know this, right? There is surgery, radiation, and chemotherapy. Those are the three things they go back to. If one doesn't work and you can't do any more radiation, then they just give you more chemotherapy. And if surgery doesn't work, then they just give you more chemotherapy. This is all they have to offer you people. I mean, I'm tired of it, you know? So that's not going to happen. I'm not going to treat my body and put poison into it and wear it down, make it to where when the cancer does spread everywhere, I can't fight it. So that's my decision on that. All right, now, if it comes, okay, so just to be clear, if the tumor is benign and there's no cancer cells in there, I am not doing the chemo pill for a preventive anything. I'm only going to do the chemo pill if that is cancerous. Okay, so that is my decision in regards to this. Now, if I can't handle the side effects of the chemo pill like I did before, I really think that I'm a lot healthier now than I was then, but depending on what strength they give you and all that kind of stuff. Okay, if I start taking it and I can't handle it and I find that my life before death is not making me happy and I'm not able to keep up and go and do the things that I love, then I'm going to stop that no matter what, and I'm going to do palliative care. And palliative care can look different for each person. And I believe that palliative care gets kind of like a bad rap. It's like, well, that's the last thing we do before we put you in hospice. We'll just keep you comfortable. All right, well, keeping me comfortable is a good thing. I really like it. But I think it's a good thing sometimes your body can just stop and it can relax and it can reboot and the immune system can start working again and start fighting against the cancer on its own. And I know that I'm gonna get hate mail for saying that, but I'm sorry, I've seen it. I've seen people recover. I've seen it happen. And if you have any doubts, research Radical Remission by Kelly Turner. It will blow your mind. It will, I'm telling you. Okay, so I'll get off my soapbox. So I don't feel like if I accept palliative care as my answer, I don't feel like that will be the end of me. I don't feel like I'm just gonna wait to die. I don't think that's true. Okay, another thing is if I decide palliative care and I just throw my hands up and say, keep me comfortable, then that's when I believe God can come in and say, you know what, you've done this, the doctors have done that, doctors have done this, then let me try to do something here. And you know what, I believe he can heal me, I do. I will not be upset if he chooses not to heal me here on earth and heals me in heaven. I'm okay with that. I am not gonna fight it. When I'm gone, I'm gone. This body is not my home. This body has been worn down for a very long time. And it's not the body I came in the world with, let me tell you. So I'm okay with leaving it behind and ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's okay with me. So that's where I am with that. Now, if, say, the tumor is not cancerous and stuff, they're going to keep checking my cancer markers, and that's good. I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to go to my scans, and if the cancer markers start going wackadoodle, as they often do, I'm going to make sure it's not a tooth infection, because that's what happened last time. They're like, oh my gosh, your cancer markers are up, and well, after my teeth were fixed and the infection was gone, my cancer markers went down. I don't know. So what I'm saying is, I will watch my cancer markers. I will get scanned. I'm not stupid. And you know what? If it starts getting really aggressive and stuff, I might change my mind and say, give me chemo, give me, because I want more time. That might be my decision. I can't see that happening anytime soon, but I'm feeling good. And I feel I got some time here. So that might change. I might say, you know what? I'm willing to be in bed as long as my kids can come and see me. I might be at that point later on. But right now, and there goes sorry, it is always, there's a motorcycle that comes by here every night and he drives me nuts. Okay, so that's it. That's my decision. And I hope you guys can stand behind me on this. If you disagree and you have another opinion or anything, keep it to yourself. I'm not going to listen to anything negative. If it's helpful and it's like something that you really think that I could use, that's fine. But do not start telling me I'm going to be dead in 2 years. I had a couple comments like that, and boom, I got rid of them because I'm not listening to it. Okay, so that was uplifting now, wasn't it? All right, now I have something kind of exciting to tell you guys. I am going to Idaho this Thursday. We're leaving in the morning. Woo-woo! And I get to go see my grandchildren and my son. I have not seen my son in 8 months, and I am dying to see my baby boy that's up like this. So, and my grandchildren. It's my grandson's birthday, and he doesn't know we're coming. And so we're going to go and we're going to surprise him. Oh, I am so happy. My heart is just like, oh, I'm not going to sleep until we get there. So that was my happy news. And I feel good about my choice. And you know what? I'm not going to deal with the tumor on my sternum until we get back from Idaho. Everything's on hold. I'm not going to waste any moments, any time waiting for some scheduler to get back to me. They said 6 weeks anyway, so I can't do anything about that. All right, take a deep breath. In with me, out with me. Out. All right, you guys, I'm done. And if you have not been following my journey and you went back to listen to part 1 of this two-parter, and now you are on second part with me, and you have not hit that subscribe button, shame on you. I'm just teasing you. I don't care. Hit the button if you want to follow me and you want to give me some support and give me some numbers. I really appreciate it. I do. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything fun or good. And that's it. You guys are free to go. Of course, you can free to go at any time. You can hit that off and you can go to bed 20 minutes ago. All right, you guys, take care. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you with me to Idaho, and I'll just vlog the whole thing. And that'll be next week's, okay? All right. This is Too Cute for Cancer, signing off.